Welcome to Easy BTech, your guide for BTech and beyond. Today we will discuss the topic regarding PN junction diode and how the PNN junction formation can be takes place. Okay, students. Now the formation of semiconductors. Formation of P and N. Formation of PN semiconductor. Formation of PN and semiconductor. We know that in the previous lecture we have studied clearly the group elements are third group, fourth group and fifth group. It is a third group element, it is a fourth group element and it is a fifth group element. You know that third group elements are boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, and fourth group elements are carbon, silicon, germanium, lead and tin. Fifth group elements are nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Now, how the semiconductor formation can be takes place? Suppose if we take P-type semiconductor, we will discuss regarding a P-type semiconductor when trivalent impurity is added to pure semiconductor, then formation of semiconductor is known as P-type. Now, these are three valence. We will call it as a trivalent. It has four valency electron. We will call it as a tetravalent. It has five valency electron. We will call as a pentavalent. Okay. When trivalent impurity is added to tetravalent, then formation of semiconductor is known as a P-type. Now, if you see the covalent bond structure, now you can take from the trivalent boron, aluminium and gallium, where indium and thallium are not used as a impurity atom for the formation of a P-type semiconductor. We may use only boron, aluminium, gallium, which is added to pure semiconductor, silicon and germanium. Now you can see covalent bond structure. See here, this is a boron atom, this is a silicon. You may choose silicon or germanium. It is also a silicon. Now you can see boron has 3 valency electrons. So silicon has 4 valency electrons. They are tetravalent. It has 4 valency electrons. Now you can see it is a completely covalent bond. The sharing of electrons are known as covalent bond. Here the bond is complete covalent bond is there. Here also the complete covalent bond. Here also completely covalent bond. It means boron has a 3 valency electron. It can form a 3 complete covalent bond structure. Whereas in this case, in this covalent bond only 1 electron is there. For boron doesn't have another electron. That is why the absence of electron you can see here. This is an absence of electron. This absence of electron is known as absence of electron is represented as hole, and it is opposite to charge that of electron. It means it has a positive charge. It has a positive charge. Like that, when a boron impurity or like aluminum or gallium, third group impurity, trivalent impurity is added, it can form such type of constructions and a hole creation can be more. That is why the majority charge carriers in p-type semiconductor are holes and minority charge carriers are electrons. Now, to form a complete bond, now this electron, it has to be, the p-type semiconductor has to be accept an electron. That is why we will call this p-type semiconductor as an acceptors. Okay, now listen. Majority charge carriers in p-type semiconductors are holes, and minority charge carriers or minority charge carriers are electrons. P-type semiconductor is known as acceptors. Now, in a p-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are holes, p-type semiconductors, majority charge carriers are, these are the majority carriers, and it has a negative acceptor ions. These are negative acceptor ions. These are minority negative acceptor ions. At 0 degrees Kelvin, it cannot conduct. P-type semiconductor, P-type semiconductor conducts after P-type semiconductor conducts after temperature increases. That is at room temperature, electrons becomes free electrons, which stands for conductivity, In a P-type semiconductor, we have charge, that is P is equal to Pn plus Na. Pn is nothing but minority carriers, Na is nothing but acceptors. Therefore, we know that Na is nothing but Pp, means holes in P side. Okay, students, this is for P-type semiconductor formation. N-type semiconductor. Now, when pentavalent impurity is added, to the pure semiconductor, then formation of semiconductor is known as N-type. Now in this N-type, what pentavalent impurities are there? The 5 pentavalent impurities are nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Now here, nitrogen cannot be used as an impurity atom because it doesn't have a tendency for the donation of electron. We use phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. We are not using the bismuth, where bismuth can possessing of a radioactive element. That is why bismuth is also not used as a impurity for the construction of a N-type semiconductor. Now, students, you can listen here. What pentavalent impurities are added for the construction of N-type? Only 3 elements. What are they? Phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. These are the 3 impurity atoms are needed for the formation of N-type semiconductor. Okay, now we will form the covalent bond structure. Now we will take the antimony element. It is an antimony. It has a 5 valency electron. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It has 5 valence electron. Now students, you can see here, you may use silicon or germanium. Okay, I am taking a silicon. Okay, silicon has 4 valency electrons. Now you can see how many covalent bonds there here. It is a one covalent bond, it is a second covalent bond, it is a third covalent bond, and it is a fourth covalent bond. Totally we have 4 covalent bonds. The sharing of electrons are known as 2 atoms, silicon atom and antimony atom. Sharing of these electrons are known as covalent bond. Totally we have the 4 covalent bonds, which is all these 4 covalent bonds are known as bounded electrons. The electrons presented in the covalent bond are known as bounded electrons. They are very strong. Even though if you apply some external field, it never breaks and it never allows conductivity. Is it clear? The fifth electron you can see here. This fifth electron is a free electron. This fifth electron is a number. First electron, second electron, third electron, fourth electron, and it is a fifth electron. This space we will call as a free space. We will call as a free space. Electron present in the free space is known as unbounded electrons. Unbounded electrons. When a small external field is applied, a small external field is applied, conduction can be takes place. Conduction can be takes place. That's the region. That's the region. The mobility of electrons is almost 2.5 times. The mobility of electrons is 2.5 times greater than mobility of hole. Mobility of holes. That is why N-type material is a better conductor compared to the P-type element, because of higher mobility of charge carriers. And in the previous slide you can see it has some excess electrons. That is why the majority charge carriers in N-type semiconductors are known as electrons. Okay, after the excess electron, after donating, it becomes a hole there and it can be represented a positive. That is why this N-type materials are also known as donors. Another name of N-type element is donors. Okay, if you see some difference between the P-type and N-type. See here, this is a P type and N type. Majority charges, majority carriers. Majority carriers are holes. Majority carriers are electrons. Next. Minority carriers, electrons. Minority carriers, holes. Electrical neutrality, we will write P is equal to Pn plus or we will write simply write as Pn plus Pp. N is equal to Np into Nn. You may write like this also. P type is nothing but the charge carriers in electrical neutrality. We will write P is equal to a number of electrons in P side plus number of electrons in N side. Similarly, in N is equal to number of holes in N side plus number of in P side. This here or we may write like this P P. N N. Now you can see here Np is nothing but electrons in P side. This is holes in these are the holes. Here we will write holes in N side or electrons in N side. We write P is equal to Np plus Na. P can be written as in this manner or N can be written as Pn plus Nd, donor. This may also electrical neutrality we will write in this manner. Next, P type is also known as acceptors. N type is also known as donors. mobility is lesser than electron. Mobility is greater than holes. These are basic comparisons. Next. This we'll call as a trivalent element. Trivalent impurities are used. Trivalent impurities are used for p-type formation. Those are boron, its atomic number 5. Next, aluminium, atomic number 13. Atomic number 13. Next, gallium, atomic number 31. Here we use pentavalent impurities. Pentavalent impurities are used for the N-type formation. For the N-type formation. That is, what elements we are using? Phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Phosphorus. This 15. Here we will 35. Next. This is atomic number of their elements where we are using. Okay, remember the students. This is a basic difference between P-type and N-type semiconductors. Okay, in this lecture, this is elements. We have studied how the P-type and N-type semiconductors are formed. Okay, students, we will in the next class we will study what is the importance of a P and N type. Okay, using this PN junction diode, we have various applications. Diode can be used as a rectifier, diode can be used as an oscillator, diode can be used as a amplifier. Like that, we have vast applications. Diode can be used as a clippers and clampers. These all are some applications of the diodes. In the upcoming class, we will study all these topics in detail. The next topic, we will study how the PN junction diode biasing takes place. How it is operated in forward bias, reverse bias, what is the application under forward and reverse bias, what are the diode resistance, all those things we will discuss in the next class. Okay, students, Easy BTech, guide for BTech and beyond. Thank you.